Hey folks, this is IO Ether, and I'm back rocking out some World of Tanks. Come on, there we go. So this is my Suncharon Mark 1, and back there in the T28 prototype is another good friend of mine, Ronnok. And today the two of us are gonna show you some amazing defense. Or at least some slowly getting killed, anyway. Am I paused? Apparently I was. Anyways. So, yeah, as we got all the players load in and seconds start ticking down. So, Ronnok and I both kind of looked over the composition of the team and the map and realized almost immediately that this was going to go very one-sided one way or the other. Because of our huge mix of heavies and their huge mix of mediums and lights, we kind of figured they were just going to rush the cap. So Ronnok and I just decided that we were just going to go to the cap. Obviously I'm running XVM, which you may or may not be able to tell. I mean, I have my crosshairs mod and everything else going. But yes, I am running XVM, and this game was a 47% chance of winning. So pretty much we were kind of outclassed and outgunned from the get-go as far as XVM was concerned. Seems like there was a little bit of lag, which I didn't actually notice in the game, but apparently it's coming through in the replay. That's saddening. And so about now is when I noticed all the mediums that were all the way over there, and I realized that side was gonna have some difficulty holding. I figured I could just poke in here and take some shots, and maybe focus down a target or two. That reticle is a lot bigger than what it looked like when I was all the way zoomed in. But come on. Took a blind shot to Chaffee and got him. This is about the same time I realized that, just kind of take free shots on everyone. I also realized that Ronnok was not going to get away from this pack, because it's just a giant wolf pack, right? 6 mediums, 4 lights, and a couple of fast TDs in there as well. 1 fast TD, 1 AT8. That's not fast. I didn't realize the TDs were on the other side of the board. It didn't matter to me. The wolf pack was what needed to be stopped. So Ronnok and I kind of grabbed this hill. Fortunately, we couldn't save the rest of our team because they were just too far away from us. This was the point we chose to defend. We wanted to rock right beside us, so we couldn't be shot from both sides. The hilly terrain provides a lot of cover, and this is just the spot we chose. It was the spot both of us could reach at the same time. We did a little bit of talking about it before we got here, and then this is the actual event. So this is just us trying to find targets. Because of how low I am, I can't necessarily see all the targets I'd like to. Ronnok snatches that guy right out of midair as he thought he was about to be safe, and then suddenly he didn't exist anymore. I could just see tops of turrets as they race across here. Not enough of a target to shoot at, really. I did open up on a Type 59 because he showed me enough of himself. However, I took a couple of return hits, which is unfortunate.
Enemy armor is damaged.
You may see my reticle being huge when I fire, and that's actually just a glitch of some kind. My reticle is actually all the way zoomed in before I fire each of these shots. I didn't let myself fire too much. Each shot needed to be precise. You'll notice Ronnok and I are coordinating our fire. Whatever he fires at, I fire at. It's in an effort to take enemies down as fast as possible. As soon as this Type 59 gets behind us, then we split up. I'm fighting the war behind us, He's fighting the guys in front of us. My job is to keep them off his back. His job is to truly take out enemies. I'm just doing damage where I can see damage and trying not to present my rear to the other guys who are trying to kill me.
Enemy armor is damaged.
And you notice that our team is capping right now. And that's exactly what they need to be doing. So they weren't up here helping us. So right now I thought I was dead. I took a low roll shot. And I think my tracks were repair in time for me to pull out of here again.
Let's go.
I did actually bounce 2 shots. I didn't think I was going to bounce those. I thought I was toast at this point in time. There I am. I'm toast now. And it's 2 minutes before we finish capping. Ronnok is in a bad spot right now. He's got 3 fast tanks. Faster than he is tanks behind him. Manages to get down into this little crevice, and suddenly they can't. Well, the other 2 abandoned this E2 to his death. I don't know what that was about, but yeah. And now we go over here, and this low has decided he's gonna pop up here and prevent the enemy from getting to the cap. Which is actually a genius move on his part. He definitely saved the game after Ronnok and I made that last stand. If this T-71 had got straight to the cap, then we would have lost. But the low forces him to go around, the Tiger and the Stuart cap, and that's game. Unfortunately, I can't tell you exactly how much experience or credits or anything like that I got. I can tell you, from what I remember, I think this was my triple XP, so it was like 3,000, somewhere in that range, so probably about 1,000 normal. You can see I did about 2,000 damage. It was actually fairly low compared to what Ronnok did, but the important thing is we held, and 2 of us held off. Well, let's go see during the height how many tanks we held off. Okay, so we're gonna pause right here, and so we got 1, 2, 3 tanks, 4, 5 tanks. Is that it? I guess we've taken out the T-59 by now. Type 59 is back here. Yeah, 5 tanks. And 1's dead over there. So 6 tanks. It was a 6-on-2. Yeah, that's the T-71 over there. Yep, it's 6-on-2. And just the 2 of us held this one little hill, being completely surrounded, for a long enough time that our teammates could cap. And Ronnok got most of the kills because he's in a T-28 prototype. He just one-shot enough things, and eventually they die. He also did a lot of damage that, to things that didn't die, and so got a lot of XP that way. But just because it's you against the world, just because XVM tells you you're going to lose, just because your team gets wiped out in the first minute or 2 of the game, I mean, there's still 11 minutes left in this game. And at this point in time, there is us, a low, a Tiger, and M5 Stuart. That's 5 tanks. That means 10 tanks have died in less than 4 minutes. So, just because all the odds are against you doesn't mean you can't win a game. It just means you have to start playing at a caliber which you may not have ever played at before. Ronnok and I know each other quite well, and so when it came down to it, he knew what I was going to do. I knew what he was going to do. We both knew we would take a shot for the other guy if it meant keeping the other guy alive a little bit longer. You didn't really see any of that because it didn't really come up. But if I had more health than he had, and it was the difference between me getting shot by the Type 59 and him getting shot by a Type 59, I would have taken the shot. Same with him against me. He would have absorbed an IS shot if it would have kept me alive a little bit longer. It's these kinds of tactics that will help you get through really, really tough situations like this, as long as you have a solid platoon mate next to you. It's one of the reasons I love playing in a platoon, because you just don't know. If this was a normal pub match and I didn't have a platoon mate, the other guy may have just scooted off. He may have left me and die. He may have charged them into his own doom. I don't know. I can't tell you what a random guy is going to do. I know what a friend is going to do. That's one of the reasons I play with Ronnok and the rest of the guys I play with. So just because the situation looks hopeless doesn't mean it is. There's always a way out. It may mean you get to sacrifice yourself and slow the enemy down as much as possible. But in the end, as long as that green bar fills up or all the little red dots are dead, it's a good game. Have a good night, guys. This is IO Ether out.